Hey everybody, welcome to SnoozeAlchemy, where we unlock the mysteries of sleep, one yawn at a time. Did you know that sleep is more mysterious than space exploration? I'm serious! We've sent people to the moon, but we still don't fully understand what happens when we close our eyes at night. Today I'm serving up 10 mind-blowing facts about sleep that will change the way you think about your nights forever. We're talking sleep debt, dream decoding, brain-cleaning magic, and a whole lot more. And trust me, you'll want to stick around for number 10, it might just save your life. So grab your favorite pillow, get comfy, and let's dive into the weird, wonderful world of sleep. And hey, if you're watching this in bed, no judgment here. Alright, let's talk sleep debt. We've all been there, right? Pulled an all-nighter cramming for a test, binged an entire season of our favorite show, or maybe just spent a little too long scrolling through cat videos on the internet. And we tell ourselves, it's cool, I'll just sleep in on Saturday. But here's the thing, you can't actually catch up on sleep. It's not like a credit card where you can just pay it off later. Sleep debt is real, my friends. It's like this invisible monster that lurks under your bed, waiting to pounce when you're feeling your most vulnerable. And the worst part? It can take days, even weeks, to recover from just one sleepless night. Think about it this way. Every time you skimp on sleep, you're essentially taking out a loan from your future self. And just like with any loan, there's interest. That interest comes in the form of brain fog, fatigue, irritability, and even a weakened immune system. So, the next time you're tempted to pull an all-nighter, remember this. You're not just messing with your sleep schedule, you're messing with your health. And trust me, your future self will thank you for getting those Z's. Let's get Freudian, shall we? We've all woken up from a dream feeling totally weirded out, right? Like, what was my brain even doing in there? Was I riding a giant hamster through a field of cheese? Was my third-grade teacher giving me relationship advice? The possibilities are endless and often completely bizarre. But here's the thing about dreams. They're not just random. They're actually your brain's way of processing emotions, memories, and even anxieties. Think of it like your brain's own personal therapy session, only instead of a therapist, you've got a talking giraffe, and your childhood home is a spaceship. Studies have shown that dreams can reflect your emotional state. Feeling stressed? You might have more nightmares. Feeling happy and content? Get ready for some seriously pleasant dreamscapes. And if you've been through a traumatic experience, your dreams might help you process those emotions and find a way to heal. So the next time you wake up from a dream feeling confused, amused, or maybe even a little terrified, don't just brush it off. Take a moment to think about what your subconscious might be trying to tell you. It could be surprisingly insightful. Okay, time for some science. You know how your house gets a little messy after a while and you need to do a good cleanup? Well, guess what? Your brain is kind of like that too. Throughout the day, your brain is working hard, processing information, making decisions, and generally just keeping you alive and functioning. And just like any hard-working organ, it produces waste products. Now here's where sleep comes in. During deep sleep, something amazing happens. Your brain basically turns into a self-cleaning oven. It clears out all those harmful waste products, including something called beta amyloid. And why should you care about beta amyloid? Well, it just so happens to be one of the main culprits behind Alzheimer's disease. So, sleep is basically like housekeeping for your brain. It's the time when your brain gets to take out the trash, tidy up, and get ready for another day of thinking, learning, and remembering where you put your keys. Chapter 4. Sleep Paralysis. The real-life horror movie you never asked for. Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night completely unable to move? Your heart is racing, you can't speak, and you feel this crushing weight on your chest. And to make matters worse, you think you see a shadowy figure lurking in the corner of your room? Congratulations, you've experienced sleep paralysis. Sounds terrifying, right? And I'm not going to lie, it can be a pretty freaky experience. But before you start sleeping with the lights on, here's the good news. Sleep paralysis is surprisingly common and totally harmless. It usually happens when you're transitioning between stages of sleep, and your brain gets a little confused. You see, when you dream, your body goes into a state of temporary paralysis. This is actually a good thing because it prevents you from acting out your dreams and, accidentally punching your partner in the face while you're battling a dragon in your sleep. But sometimes your brain wakes up before your body does, and you're stuck in this weird in-between state where you're conscious but can't move. It usually only lasts a few seconds, but it can feel like an eternity. Chapter 5. Sleepwalking. It's not just walking, and it can get expensive. We've all heard the stories about people sleepwalking, right? They stumble around in the dark, maybe raid the fridge, and then wake up with no memory of their nocturnal adventures. But here's the thing, sleepwalking isn't always just walking. Oh no, it can get much weirder than that. People have been known to sleep cook, sleep drive, and even sleep shop online. I'm talking about full-on shopping sprees, complete with credit card information and everything. One guy even bought a $2,000 kayak in his sleep. The kicker? He doesn't even like water sports. So, if you live with a sleepwalker, be warned, you never know what you might wake up to. They might be whipping up a batch of cookies in their underwear, or they might be trying to convince you that you need a life-size statue of a giraffe in the living room. Alright, let's talk about the ultimate sleep deprivation challenge. Back in 1964, a high school student named Randy Gardner decided to see how long he could stay awake. And when I say he decided, I mean he really decided. Randy managed to stay awake for a mind-boggling 264 hours. That's 11 days straight without a single wink of sleep. Now, you might be thinking, that's amazing. I wonder what kind of superhuman abilities he developed. Well, I'm here to tell you that it wasn't pretty. By day 4, Randy was hallucinating, seeing things that weren't there. By day 11, he couldn't even remember his own name. Needless to say, sleep deprivation is no joke. It can have serious consequences for your physical and mental health. So please don't try this at home. Leave the extreme sleep deprivation to the professionals, who are probably all well rested by now. Okay, let's talk about snoring. We all know it's annoying, especially if you're the one trying to sleep next to a human foghorn. But here's the thing, snoring isn't just annoying, it can actually be dangerous. That's right. Those rumbling, snorting sounds coming from your partner's nose could be a sign of a serious sleep disorder called sleep apnea. Sleep apnea is when your breathing repeatedly stops and starts throughout the night. It's like your body forgets to breathe, which, let's face it, is not ideal. And here's the scary part. Sleep apnea increases your risk for all sorts of nasty things like heart disease, stroke, and even sudden death. So if you or someone you love is a chronic snorer, don't ignore it. Get it checked out by a doctor. It could literally save a life. Chapter 8, the 8-hour myth. How much sleep do you really need? We've all been told that we need 8 hours of sleep a night, right? It's like this magical number that's been drilled into our heads since childhood. But here's the thing, the 8-hour rule is kind of a myth. Just like with shoe sizes and pizza preferences, when it comes to sleep, one size does not fit all. The truth is, the perfect amount of sleep varies from person to person. Some people are perfectly happy and functional on just 6 hours a night, while others need a solid 9 hours to feel their best. It all depends on your genetics, your age, your activity level, and a whole bunch of other factors. So, how do you know how much sleep you need? Listen to your body. It's actually pretty good at telling you what it needs, if you just pay attention. If you wake up feeling refreshed and energized, you're probably getting enough sleep. If you're dragging yourself through the day, relying on caffeine and willpower to function, you might need to log a few more hours in dreamland. Chapter 9. The Power of the Nap, a Short Snooze for a Big Boost. Ah, the nap. The ultimate indulgence, a mini vacation for your brain. But here's the thing. Naps aren't just for toddlers and tired parents. They're a powerful tool that can boost your mood, sharpen your mind, and make you an all-around more awesome human being. Did you know that a 20-minute nap can improve your alertness, memory, and cognitive performance? It's like hitting the reset button on your brain, giving you a fresh burst of energy and focus. And the best part? You can reap these benefits without feeling groggy or disoriented afterward. But a word of caution, nap wisely. Keep it short and sweet, around 20 to 30 minutes max. Any longer, and you risk entering the dreaded nap hangover zone where you wake up feeling more tired than you did before. Chapter 10, the ultimate showdown, sleep deprivation versus food deprivation. Okay folks, time for a thought experiment. Imagine you're stuck in a Saw movie scenario. You have to choose between two doors, one leads to a room with no food, and the other leads to a room with no sleep. Which door do you choose? If you're like most people, you probably instinctively chose the door with no food. After all, we've all been hungry before, right? It's uncomfortable, but we know we can survive for a while without eating. But here's the thing. Sleep deprivation is far more dangerous than food deprivation. In fact, sleep deprivation can kill you faster than starvation. Studies have shown that prolonged sleep deprivation can lead to organ failure, immune system collapse, and even death in as little as 11 days. Food? You can go weeks without it. So, the next time you're tempted to pull an all-nighter, remember this. You're not just messing with your energy levels, you're messing with your life. Chapter 11. Sweet dreams and sleep well. Mind blown? Sleep isn't just important, it's essential to survival, creativity, and happiness. So tonight, treat your sleep like the VIP it is. Put away your phone, dim the lights, and create a relaxing bedtime routine. Your brain will thank you for it. Oh, and before you drift off to dreamland, hit that like button, subscribe to SnoozeAlchemy for more sleep-tastic content, and share this video with someone who needs a wake-up call about their sleep habits. Sweet dreams, everybody.